This episode of Ham Talk Live is brought to you by Tower Electronics. For connectors, cables, and more, call 920-435-2973 or visit pl-259.com. And by ICOM. Heard it, worked it, logged it. Visit www.icomamerica.com/amateur for more information about ICOM radios.
It's Ham Radio.
It's time for Ham Talk Live, episode number 291, Dayton Contest University 2022, a new chapter. Recorded on March 3rd, 2022. I'm your host, Neil Rapp, WB9VPG. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ham Talk Live. Tonight we're joined by Tim Duffy, K3LR. And we'll get to that conversation in just a little bit. Last episode, Mark Smith, N6MTS, was here to talk about SOAR, Satellite Optimized Amateur Radio. If you missed that show, you can listen anytime at hamtalklive.com or on your favorite podcast app or on YouTube. And don't forget, you can catch the rebroadcast of Ham Talk Live over on WTWW Shortwave. That's 5085 AM, Saturday afternoons at about 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So thanks again to WTWW for carrying the show. And I'll be back with Tim right after this word from Tower Electronics, right here on Ham Talk Live.
Hey, honey, have you seen the PL259s anywhere?
No, I haven't. Come on, kids. Let's go. There's just one place to go for all of your connector needs.
Tower Electronics. Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics. A giant warehouse of connectors and adapters for every occasion. Thousands to choose from in every shape, size, and color. And they have antennas, soldering supplies, cables, meters, and more. Where do you go if you want to buy a connector at a fraction of retail cost?
Tower Electronics. Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics. And this weekend only, take advantage of our special liquidation sale. Buy 9 solder-type PL259s, get the 10th one for just $1 penny. They make great Christmas presents. And what better way to say I love you than with the gift of a PL259?
Tower Electronics. Tower Electronics.
Tower Electronics.
I'm Scott, KB9AMM of Tower Electronics. I like the PL259 connector so much, I bought the company.
Tower Electronics, coming to a Hamfest near you, or online at pl-259.com. And we're in the yellow pages under Amateur Radio Connectors.
My, wherever did you get that lovely PL259?
Tower Electronics, pl-259.com, or call 920-435-2973.
Do we sell PL259 connectors?
And coming up on the Tower Electronics Hamfest schedule this weekend, March 5th, they'll be in Cave City, Kentucky. And then March 18th and 19th, they'll be at Fort Walton Beach, Florida. And March 25th and 26th at Belton, Texas. But you can reach them anytime, anywhere at pl-259.com.
All the information you need for your trip to Dayton. It's Hamvention Preview here on Ham Talk Live.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Tonight, Tim Duffy, K3LR, joins us on the Orlando Amateur Radio Club and Hamcation Zoom line. Tim Duffy is the founder and chairman of Contest University. In addition to being the director of Contest University, Tim is also the chief executive officer of DX Engineering, among many other things. And Tim is a member of the CQ Contest Hall of Fame and has been Team USA for the World Radio Sport Team Championship 5 times. He's a graduate of the Pennsylvania State University, and he is the recipient of the 2015 Amateur of the Year Award presented by the Dayton Hamvention Awards Committee. Tim, welcome back to the show once again to talk about Contest University. And, you know, it's just been so exciting to start making plans for Hamvention and actually be in person. So, you know, it's time of year to start thinking about Contest University. So tell us a little bit about what's going to happen. Give us a little preview of what's going to take place at this year's Hamvention Contest University.
You know, this is the time of year that we start thinking about Hamvention, and we start thinking about Contest University at almost Xenia.
Yeah, almost Xenia. Yeah. And we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But give us a little bit of an idea, a preview of what's to come at CTU. I know every year it's a different lineup, some similar themes, but a different lineup. So give us a little bit of a preview of what's going to happen this year. And we're just excited to have people in person again.
Oh, I mean, that is the thing. I mean, you know, we had 2 good years of online Zoom Contest Universities, Neil. And what I tried to do was make sure that we had, contributions from people that would never attend Hamvention. You know, they just couldn't. Distance, cost, whatever. But this year it's going to be great because we're going to be in person, and we will have some of the sessions online. So, you know, we will have kind of a hybrid thing, but not all of the sessions will be there. And we have over 20 different talks that are given at Contest University. And, we have world-class guys like Frank Donovan, W3LPL. Neil, you've listened to Frank. He is just fabulous.
Yeah. Yep.
So he's going to give at least 3 talks. And of course, Ward Silver. I mean, this guy is the editor of the handbook, the antenna book, and also has this great book, Grounding and Bonding, which has just been spectacular. Doug Grant is coming back, K1DG, and he wrote a recent book on contesting as well. And you know, the ever popular Rob Sherwood, NC0B, he's going to be going over the latest radios that have come out. And W0YK, Ed is a really good digital guy. I mean, he's involved with the CQ contests on the RTTY end, and also does the worldwide Digi contest for the WWROF. And at Orlando, I secured Joel, W5ZN, and he's going to give a great talk as well. So we have just a really good mix for Contest University this year, and at the Hope Hotel.
Yeah. So, let's talk a little bit about the Hope Hotel and some of the changes. Ever since I can remember, it seems like, all the events, all the big events were downtown Dayton at one of the downtown hotels, and now that's changing. So talk a little bit about this new venue and what that's going to bring to Contest University.
It's going to be really good, Neil. The Hope Hotel is right there at the Air Force Base, and I think it's it is definitely closer to Xenia. And, we're going to have bus service from the Hope Hotel right to Hamvention. So you don't have to even mess with your car. The Hope Hotel is a very, very nice venue. I think everybody is going to enjoy it. They have very large meeting spaces, which is important for us. And I just think it's a better deal for us. So, with the 2 years that we weren't able to go, we were able to make this change. And I think it's really good. And within a few hours, it sold out.
Yeah.
When we announced it. So obviously, it's going to be good, Neil. It really is.
So I was taking a look. It's actually like on the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base grounds. And, the hotel there, like you said, sold out immediately. But, I'm just thinking that, you've got the bus service too. That's going to really help. But also, parking, I would think, would be a whole lot easier, there instead of having to fight everything downtown and try to figure out which way to get in the parking garage and all that kind of thing. Can't help but think that this is going to be a whole lot more accessible. And, I always take a panoramic picture of the room. And, it's to get the concept of the size of this event. And it's just amazing, how many people you have. So if you've got some bigger, spaces, that's going to help too.
Oh, yeah. No, the parking at the Hope is really, really good, Neil. I mean, it's not a parking garage. It's right there. It's a huge area. And so, that is one of the things that I always got complaints about was parking. So I think we got that fixed.
Yeah, I think so. And, if you had a room there at the hotel and you were already there, it was kind of nice. But, if you're like me and had to drive in and out, it just didn't work. And yeah, I tried to book a room and they're like, yeah, no, we're sold out. So, but you've got space in Contest University though, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We've got, lots of space at Contest University, and just go to contestuniversity.com and all the information is there about Contest University and about the Hope Hotel. And, we'll have the topics up there in a few weeks, of what we're going to be covering. But Neil, it's going to be fabulous.
Oh yeah. Can't wait. And it's always great. And I always make mention too that, even if you are not a contester, which I'm a very casual contester, but even if you're not a contester, there's so many talks that you can select out of the lineup that you're going to learn something, whether it's, how to build your station, how to put on a PL259, how to keep track of your USB ports for everything. There's a lot more there than just pure hardcore contesting. And, so it's well worth the time and the effort and the little bit of money to go.
It is. And, and the food's good too.
Oh yeah.
Between the breakfast at the Hope Hotel and the lunch, it's really good. And, we have not changed the price to attend Contest University ever. It's always been the same. And, and thankfully we have some really good, organizations that help us so that we can keep the costs down low. YASME, ICOM America. I mean, Ray Novak has just been tremendous. And, of course, DX Engineering, we're all in. We're all in. And, and you're very right, Neil. It's a great opportunity to learn, things about amateur radio that can really help your station and help you have more fun. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Now we're doing audio only here right now, but we've got our webcams on, so you can probably see in the background I've been building a station now that I've moved, and so we're trying to get it all straightened out. And right now the dipole is hanging up in the room, unfortunately, and not outside, but we're working on that. So hopefully that'll pay off. But I don't know how many lessons from Contest University that I learned that went into, this new shack behind me, and hoping that that it'll make a huge difference, once we do get the authority to have an antenna. So thank you for that, because, coming several years now, picked up a lot of good ideas.
Well, and that's really what it's all about, Neil. And I want to applaud you and the students that you brought with you, and the mentoring that you've done, and certainly with what you did last year for the Yoda camp. It was just spectacular, and it does dovetail with Contest University.
Yeah, and I know youth has always been, a part of that. You've had some of your young contesters come in and talk about youth and contesting, and support them, and support Team Exuberance and those kinds of things. So, you've done some incredible stuff there too, and so I'm very appreciative of that. Well,
we're working together, and you're doing great things. So thank you so much, Neil, for your support. And also, there's more to do. There's always more to do.
There's always more. Absolutely. Always more. Never ends. All right. Well, we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the associated activities, we'll call them. They are related to contesting, but some other activities that are going to be taking place during Hamvention weekend that you don't want to miss. So I'll be back with Tim right after this word from ICOM America right here on Ham Talk Live. Spring is just around the corner, and ICOM's new ID52A handheld is now shipping. The ID52A is an industry-first handheld that can send photos over the D-Star network. This radio is perfect for working your favorite bands inside the ham shack and venturing out. The ID52A is now shipping. ICOM's newest handheld amateur radio is a VHF-UHF dual bander with D-Star and FM dual mode functions. This radio supports conventional FM communications and D-Star simplex, repeater, regional, and worldwide calls over the D-Star Internet Gateway. The ID52A is the first amateur radio handheld with a full-color 2.3-inch waterfall display and the ability to send photos over D-Star with a connected Android device. Other features include a wideband receiver with a guaranteed range of 144 to 148 and 440 to 450 megahertz, integrated GPS, including grid square location, micro SD card slot, micro USB connector, and IPX7 waterproof. For more information about ICOM radios, go to icomamerica.com/amateur.
Everyone in the audience on Ham Talk Live today is going to get one of my favorite things. You get a 5-9. You get a 5-9. Everyone gets a 5-9.
Welcome back to Ham Talk Live. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we'll have some more Dayton preview shows coming up as things get closer. Been spending some time actually today preparing some Hamvention things. So we'll be talking more about those and have some more guests on the show to get you ready for that. But right now, before we get back to Tim Duffy, K3LR from Contest University, It's time once again for the Ham Talk Live Joke of the Week.
Now it's time for the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week, the part of the show where Rick tells us a ham radio joke. The Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week is brought to you by QRM Labs. Now, here's Rick Garrett in 9 GSU with today's Ham Talk Live Joke of the Week.
It's really hard to find ham radio programs for Mac computers, so I loaded up my Mac computer and my MacBook and my iPad and took them all and traded them in on Windows computers. I guess you could say it was a Apple turnover.
This has been the Ham Talk Live Ham Radio Joke of the Week with Rick Garrett in 9 GSU. Tune in again next week for another joke from Rick.
And we're back here on Ham Talk Live with Tim Duffy, K3LR, the CEO of DX Engineering and the founder and chairman of Contest University. And Hamvention is coming around the corner. And one thing I didn't mention was, just a couple of weeks ago, we were at Hamcation and you had a little Contest University action going on there. So I didn't put this in the script here, but talk a little bit about Orlando.
Anytime the ARRL asks me to do something, I step up. I mean, it's just I think the ARRL is it is the foundation of our hobby here in the U.S. And so I was very happy to work with Bob Ingebrigtsen and Bob Naumann and all of the rest of the ARRL team. And we had about 60 attendees at Contest University in Orlando. And we had all the presentations were done by the Florida Contest Group primarily. Along with the section manager of the Virgin Islands. I mean, that's really cool. Fred, NP2X. So it was a great event, Neil, but none of those talks will be given at Contest University and in Dayton. It's a whole different thing. So if you came to Orlando, you need to come to Dayton as well. And we've got other great events too, Neil.
Oh, yes, we do. So yeah, let's talk about these events. Now, you've got the new facility. So, it's going to be something new, but, kind of like, Hamvention moving to Xenia, there were a lot of improvements. So it was a good thing. So talk a little bit about these dinners and the Contest Super Suite and how that's all going to work in the new facility.
Yeah, the Contest Super Suite is a very special place because, we have it for 4 nights. So it's on Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. 4 nights. And, we have free pizza. You can't beat free pizza, every night. And all the details, all the details are on the contestsupersuite.com. And then on Friday night, Neil, we have the top band dinner. So these are 160 meter enthusiasts, and we're going to have a great speaker for the top band dinner on Friday night. That's topbanddinner.com. And also on Saturday night, it's the contest dinner, and that's contestdinner.com. And that's the induction into the CQ Contest Hall of Fame. And the prizes are unbelievable. We're going to have an IC 7610 as the main prize, but many years we've had almost 100 different prizes. So if you attend, you got a really good shot at getting a prize. And so it's just a really good time. Peak attendance was almost 600 people. So we're really proud of the contest dinner. So lots to do, surrounding Hamvention.
Yeah, and I always laugh at some of the pictures of the empty pizza boxes that are stacked up a mile high from all the nights of pizza. So, it's a great chance to come by, meet some people, get on the rig, check things out. Of course, the inductions on Saturday night and everything, just a great time. So as we finish up here, let's remind everyone, how do they find this stuff online, and what do they have to do to register? What do they have to do if they want to go?
Yeah, the best place to go is contestsupersuite.com, and there are links to the other websites, but contestuniversity.com, contestdinner.com, and topbanddinner.com. So there's all these websites. They have all the information. You can, get your registration, get set up, and it's going to be a fabulous weekend. Close to Xenia.
Yes, close to Xenia. Absolutely. A little easier drive. And you have spots available in everything except for the hotel, yes. Correct? Okay.
Yeah, the hotel is completely sold out, but there are nearby hotels, I think, that still have rooms, but, you need to check.
Yeah, I was starting to check on mine, and they were starting to fill up in the area, so make sure you check online and figure out where you can stay. But there are plenty of options there. You might have to drive a little more, but this is going to help out with the people. The Hope Hotel, a little closer to Hamvention, bus service even. So now, how does the bus service work, or do you have those details?
We don't have those details just yet, but when we have the details, they'll be on the websites, Neil.
Okay, very good. All right, Tim. Well, anything else here before we go?
No, it's great to be on with you again. And thanks so much for all you do for ham radio.
Well, the same goes to you, and thanks for being here. It's just exciting to be, thinking and planning for a trip to Hamvention again. We had some great virtual events, like you said, but nothing beats being there in person, and just really excited to get back there. So I will see you there.
See you there, Neil. Thanks so much.
All right. That is a wrap for this edition of Ham Talk Live. Thanks to my guest, Tim Duffy, K3LR, and everybody out there in cyberspace for listening in, and invite you back next week when we have another episode. And for a list of all of our upcoming guests, visit hamtalklive.com. So for now, this is Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, saying 7375, and may the good DX be yours.
Well, you came right back to my CQ call. Your readability 5 and strength 9. You never once mentioned your weather at all, and I didn't mention mine. We talked and talked for hours and hours. I completely forgot you're a ham. I don't know your power or the height of your tower, and frankly, I don't give a damn. So 73s to you and your family, I'll be seeing you further down the log. Your 73s to you and your family, I'll be seeing you further down the log.